The first dilemma is from Rudra. Hey Jordan, I hope you are living fine in your new lifestyle. Well, I was living fine. To be fair, I was living fine. But I have a genuine question. When girls text me what I look like, some save the snap and continue to message me, while some view the snap I send and then block or unfriend me afterwards. So I got a question. Am I truly ugly? And if so, how do I get rid of it? I'm not gonna lie, bro. The way you phrase that question is crazy. How do I get rid of it? Alright, bro, so let me just tell you like this, alright? Looks are subjective. Regardless of what black pillars would like you to believe, looks are subjective. Meaning that what looks good to one girl is not going to look good to another girl. Because, newsflash, everybody's different, right? We all have our own unique preferences. What I like and look for in a woman is not necessarily the same as what my friend may like and look for in a woman, which is good because you don't have everybody going for the same few women and vice versa. You don't have all the women going for the same few men, despite what the red pillars might lead you to believe. Now, with that being said, it will always help you to look better. It will never hurt you to enhance your appearance, not just for the sake of women, but for the sake of your own well-being and your own confidence. I feel like every man should have some type of self-care routine that they implement on a weekly basis. And I'm speaking from experience. My quality of life has increased exponentially since I implemented a quality self-care routine. Now, there's a few ways that you can go about getting rid of the ugliness, I guess. I don't want to say ugliness because I don't believe that anybody's ugly, but basically how to look better. Right? How do you go about becoming more attractive? I've made quite a few videos on this, but it all comes down to a few different things. Number one, get in the gym. Get in the gym. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, you don't have to be a power lifter or a professional athlete, but make it look like you take care of yourself. Because not only will you look better, but you'll also feel better. You will feel better about yourself in your day-to-day life, and you will move with more confidence because you're taking care of yourself. And because you look better. I would recommend going with the routine that maybe focuses more on getting lean as opposed to bulking up. What I've realized is that a lot of women don't necessarily care for a guy who is super bulky. A lot of them are even intimidated by that, but then some do. Some like that. Focus on building a body that you like because, like I said, you'll never be able to please every single woman with just the way that your body looks. Focus on crafting your ideal physique. And as I've said in the past, focus more on performance-based metrics and let the physique be the byproduct of that. Now, in addition to going to the gym, another thing that you can do to enhance your physical appearance is to implement a skincare routine. Now, typically this is where I would insert the sponsorship segment of the video, but this video is not sponsored, okay? And although this isn't sponsored, I will tell you that I personally use Tiege Hanley, and that's worked for me. But implement a skincare routine and stick to it. I believe that consistency is the most important aspect in a skincare routine as well as a workout routine. No matter what you do, what products you use, what equipment you use, whatever, ultimately it's all about consistency. It's all about consistency. You can use a mediocre product, but if you use it every day, your skin will still look better than if you use a really good product very, very rarely. Now, the next thing that you can do to enhance your appearance is to invest in your fashion sense. Now, again, this is subjective. This is very, very subjective. But focus on the clothes that you like for you. Don't try to get the clothes that you think women will like, because like I said, not all women will like the same things. And what's going to end up happening is that you're going to start to attract women that you shouldn't actually be with. And honestly, if women are blocking you or unfriending you after seeing your physical appearance, that's a red flag. Okay, that is a red flag in and of itself. Because these women are very shallow. I'm not saying that physical appearance is not a factor that one should take into account when looking for a potential partner, but if they're not even open to the idea of being friends with you because you don't look the way that they want you to look, you probably don't want to be friends with that type of person to begin with. But back to fashion, okay? Focus on finding pieces that fit your ideal aesthetic. What do you like? Think about the types of clothes that you like. When you see that particular outfit, you say, wow, that looks really cool. Take note of that. Take note of the pieces that make it look cool. And for example, if you see a guy wearing a fit that you like, go up to him and tell him, hey, I like your outfit. Where did you get that from? Where did you get the pieces from? In doing so, you'll be able to kind of build that mental inventory of what you need to get in order to build that wardrobe, and you can go and purchase clothes with intention as opposed to just haphazardly spending your money on frivolous pieces that don't actually fit into a cohesive wardrobe, right? So go in with a sense of intention. Focus on developing your aesthetic and then reverse engineering from that. Purchasing the clothes that fit that aesthetic, the color palette, the silhouette as far as the fit. Maybe you like baggy clothes, maybe you like the tight fitting clothes, whatever you like, focus on that. When you're wearing clothes that you like, you're in good shape, and you're taking care of your skin and your teeth as well. That's another thing. Take care of your teeth, okay? You guys need to brush your teeth 2 to 3 times a day minimum. No exceptions. I don't need to see any of you walking around with yellow teeth. It is 2023. It's time to get on your shit, okay? As long as you take care of those things, clear skin, nice teeth, or at the very least clean teeth, nice clothes, and a good physique, you'll get women. Okay, you will get women. You'll look good, and because you look good, and because you're taking care of yourself, you're going to walk with more confidence, and the confidence is what's going to attract the women. The other stuff might bring the women through the door, but the confidence is what will keep the women in the room. Now, with that being said, the next dilemma is from Daniel. Can people have crazy goals even if the world says they are impossible? Even if they might never happen, is it wrong that the ideas that are impossible are the main things that fuel us? So here's my thing. A few months back, I had a conversation with my friend Bryce Wilson about the notion of people who had the expansion mindset and people who had the stability mindset. Right? I believe that society is inherently divided into 2 sections. There's the people that are meant to expand the boundaries of society, and then there's the people who are meant to uphold the boundaries which have been expanded. For example, the fact that I'm able to talk to this camera and you guys will be able to watch this video from wherever you're at in the world is a concept that 50 years ago would not have been possible, at least not without some sort of production studio. I would have had to have connections to be able to do something like this. But now the only connection that I need is an internet connection, right? And because of that, I'm able to make money by giving people advice from the comfort of my room. But the reason why this is possible is because somebody or a collective of people, a group of people, decided that this was possible because they saw it in their minds first. And I'd imagine that at the time, the majority of people around them thought that they were crazy. And they probably even told them that. But they continued to pursue that vision anyways. Because for as cliche as it sounds, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Everything that you see around you that is man-made began as a vision. For example, I'm sitting in a house right now. This house began as a vision. And then that vision turned into a blueprint, a floor plan, and eventually they laid the foundation and they built up the house. And now me and my family live here. But this wouldn't have been possible had the vision not been allowed to ruminate in that person's mind, and had they not had the audacity to take action on that vision and to bring that vision into fruition. A lot of times you're going to have goals, especially if you're following my channel. I'm assuming that these types of people tend to attract each other, but you're probably going to have goals that you don't really think logically are achievable. And other people around you will probably remind you of that. Maybe your parents, especially your parents actually, because remember, older people come from older generations where they didn't have access to the opportunities that we have access to. But eventually, once you show them that it's possible, they're going to expand their personal boundaries, their personal perceptions of what their limitations are and your limitations to accommodate your expansion. Because their job is to uphold the boundaries of society, right? So understand that people are not necessarily coming from a place of resentment or hatred. They don't think that you're incapable of doing it just because they hate you. They think that they're incapable of doing it, therefore they assume that you're incapable as well. But what they don't understand is that society needs both them and you. It needs people to uphold the boundaries, otherwise we could lose the progress that we've made. But it also needs people to continue to push ahead and constantly challenge people's notion of rationality and logic. Because, like I said 50 years ago, this right here, me being able to talk to a camera and make money doing so, outside of Hollywood or some big production studio, was completely illogical. It was not rational until it was. The next dilemma is from Lisa K. Price. Great content on your YouTube channel. Love how articulate and strong-minded you are. I appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you. You should definitely reach out to Target and become a store ambassador or something. They should at least carry your books, provide free merchandise or something. Honestly, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Let's put that out into the universe. Okay, Jordan Green, Target Ambassador 2024. You heard it here first. Also, I believe you have items you got from Amazon, specifically interested in the tech bag you use. Do you mind sharing the link/information on that? Wish you all the best. Keep pushing forward. So Lisa, and to anybody else who's interested, I do have the equipment that I use listed on my website, and I'll probably put that on the screen right now. You can go to my website and I have a link to each and every piece of equipment that you've seen me use for my older videos, especially when I built out a whole studio. As for this video right here, my setup is definitely not the most complex. I use a Sony ZV-1 vlogging camera. I have a link to that in the description as well. And I literally just put that on top of this box, put that on top of my laptop, and I use natural light to film my videos. So definitely not a very complex setup. Something that I've realized from doing content creation for the better part of, 3 years now, is that investing into your channel, investing into better equipment, doesn't necessarily equate to more revenue. And that's the lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Now with that being said, I would still encourage you to invest in your channel, but understand that the main driver of revenue, as far as YouTube goes, is your willingness to create content that the audience wants to see. That's literally what it comes down to. I'm gonna give you guys an analogy, okay? I've been cooking this one up for a little minute. Let's say you don't like pizza. Okay, first of all, if you don't like pizza, what's wrong with you? But anyways, let's say you don't like pizza, and I present to you the best pizza in the world. I give you the very, very best pizza in the world. You like burgers. Burgers are your favorite food, and you don't like pizza. I give you the best pizza in the world. You're still not gonna like it because you don't like pizza. You would probably take a mediocre burger over that pristine pizza. You have to understand that when it comes to content creation, if you're creating the videos that people want to watch, they're willing to sacrifice the quality in order to watch those videos because they care about the subject matter. But if your videos are really high quality but people don't care about them, they're not going to watch them. It doesn't matter how good your camera is, how good your audio is. None of that really matters. To an extent it does, but for the most part it doesn't. If you have a phone, you really have all the equipment that you'll need for most people. It's all about the subject matter. Focus on creating content that the audience wants to watch, and if you do that, your channel will grow. If you do that consistently, that is, your channel is going to grow.